Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. In he goes again! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Schneider. Vitinha. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's hoisted clear. Hits one! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stuck.
Oh, lovely bit of skill.
Messi, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van Balten gets it away. That's a nicely measured pass. He's played him through. Picked out brilliantly. And the finish! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Neymar. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great hit! He's delivered all right! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Bernat simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived. And boy, did he hit it.
Number 14.
Getafe are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, he's in! Brilliantly cut out. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Borja Mayoral. Schneider. Oh, perfectly measured that. Chris. Header! In he goes again!
What a letdown when you've got such...
He's had a hit!
And he's quick to get it clear again. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. And if the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 11, Messi.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Neymar. Coming on the field.
Barcelona can really
Number
do with some
23,
bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Platini.
Totti. Vitinha. Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Vitinha. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's had a shot! This time, surely! Tries to get it clear. And he's managed to get rid. That's very neat. Nuno Mendes. Oh, what a climb!
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Real chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Vitinha plays it short. Out of play for a throw. Platini. Mendes looking to run onto it. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Vitinha being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's the quarterback.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Substitutions taking place.
"75 minutes played. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's nice. Vitinha. He's got tall. He will be livid with himself.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Substitution.
Getafe making another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Barcelona have certainly approached the game in the right way and relentlessly pursuing their equaliser. They've come close on several occasions now, and they may well get it by the time the final whistle goes.
Looking to go deep.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
There will be 3 minutes.
Fourth
added
official
time.
showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Alderete. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona come up short. They will be taking nothing away from this one, an outcome which is thoroughly disappointing on all counts. So what do you
This is
take
a
away
hard
from it
one
all,
to
Jim?
take,
It's just
but
a
we'll
bad
be
day
back
at the office,
stronger,
Peter. They
won't
look
we?
below.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely
Hello,
here.
everybody, and welcome
Gorgeous,
to
gorgeous
today's
evening.
match.
The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. Decent hit! Deftly away. Ball is over the line. Showing great feet there. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, a delicate chip through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows. It's Drogba! He's done very well to get to that.
Drogba really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Vitinha plays it short. Great hit! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Barcelona make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Oh, nicely intercepted. Schneider. And it's Messi. And here's Drogba. Vallecas are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite...
There's the hit! And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Van Bouten. Dixon, given the lift of his goal. And here's Drogba. And here's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
And here's Drogba. Now it's Neymar. Great chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And it's been taken short. Done delicately. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Drogba. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, good spread. That has been cut short. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. So your views on the first half?
Barcelona merit their advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
Barcelona happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Oh, here's a chance!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Neymar. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Barcelona just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
Was 71,550.
He's got away. Fired deep towards the back post. Vitinha can get it clear.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Substitution on the field. Number 18. Coming on the field is number 15.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Great ball if he can get there. Gets into some space.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Messi. Always onto this. Now it's Drogba. He has found the way through.
Barcelona can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Very much into the last knockings.
There will be
They're
1 minute
avoiding
at
the
a
blatantly
time.
obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that's that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line.
And now, lining up for
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. So that's got things underway. And we all hope that this second meeting between these sides this season will turn out to be a good one. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Schneider. Delivers across. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
And it's been taken short. Has a goal! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Drogba totally got a step ahead of everyone else then. He already knew what he was going to do when the ball was on his way, and it was a pleasure to watch from here.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He could be in here. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Neymar. The fullback is in acres of space here. Oh, what a climb! He's got a goal! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, good-looking ball. Vitinha. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neymar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ball's gone out of play. Nuno Mendes. To Goretzka. And here's Neymar. Tarega. Mosquera. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Hugo Duro. And it's Gaia. Goretzka. And it's Marquinhos. And Marquinhos. Van Bouten. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Javi Guerra. He could be in here.
Oh.
Almeida!
Almeida just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Mendes, who does have an assist to his name. Goretzka.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, red, nice interception. Almeida. Almeida. There's the whistle for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
Barcelona are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Schneider kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Big header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Javi Guerra. And it's Gaia. Almeida is in the top 10 when it comes to assists this season. That has ended up in no man's land. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. He's been picked out. That is lovely. It's Neymar! It's fallen loose again! Yes! And surely that settles it. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
The attendance for this
A
match
case now
was
of complete control.
71,649.
Fouquier. Javi Guerra. That's Gaia. Hugo Duro. Almeida. That is a brilliant interception. Neymar. Oh, they could break here, and that could set him on his way. It's Drogba. Neymar. Messi under intense pressure.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not...
Now the finish! No, not quite.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Substitutions taking place.
Valencia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, lovely feeding, is such a good mover. Great ball, and he's in here. Hits one. Oh, taken with style. Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
So there's going to be another change here.
79 minutes is
It's become a case of men against boys.
Vitinha. Vitinha.
Some resolute defending there.
Substitution in progress.
Now that's well seen too. Vitinha. Almeida. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, shooting chance! And that's wide.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 4, Vitinha. Coming on to replace him is number 22.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Dixon.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Soboslai receives it in a good position. Chance! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Barcelona are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Vasquez. And that is as far as it goes. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Drogba claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Please put your hands together,
Your
everyone,
final thoughts,
and give
Jim?
our boys
Barcelona
a round of applause
definitely
for a
impressing
job
me
well
here.
done.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of
Hello,
a match that
everybody,
will
and
really get
welcome
the
to
juices
today's
flowing.
match.
And the match day noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And as you can see, we've already started here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, good ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, someone I can see as being very powerful in midfield, Peter, is Leon Goretzka. His build and strength being the obvious assets, but also the covering and the energy he puts into his game. That makes him the perfect foil to the more traditional central playmaker, and it's a role that he's often deployed in too.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And he's picked out the run. Messi.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Here's Vitinha. And it's Goretzka. And here's Neymar. It's Drogba! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Neymar. No, that's been intercepted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Drogba. Vitinha. So what can they make of this? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
This is promising. Leo Bappi's gone for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Goretzka. Vitinha. And Mendes. Drogba. Neymar. Drogba. Drogba gets flagged offside. Opts for safety. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, apart from the lack of goals, I really don't think there's much...
Neymar! And it's a goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here. Suarez, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Can he get onto this? Oh, smashing header! He will be livid with himself. Vitinha being hunted in packs.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
This match was 71,550.
That's very neat. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Hits one! He scores! Two to the good! They have breathing space! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chance!
Neymar really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Substitution on the field, number 9. Coming on
Almeria choosing to make the first change.
19.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
He's a sharp little ball here. Caught offside that time. Goretzka spread out to the left. Vitinha, and he welcomes it in. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he's there to clear it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Dixon. It's a pretty loose pass.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. And we're done. Barcelona are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it.
This is a
Neymar
hard one
taking
to
in...
take.
A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Yes, of course, round two between these two. I wonder what we expect this time. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Messi. Drogba. And he's taking no chances there. Schneider turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that.
Can he spark a counter here? Gently done. And he cuts out the supply.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Cleared away. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's hoisted clear. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, here's a chance!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision.
It's Drogba! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Drogba brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And it's Messi. Looking for options for move. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Schneider. Messi. Parejo gets a foot in here. And it's Parejo. Pepe. That's Pino. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. And as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Perez! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing.
The attendance for this match was
Schneider.
71,898.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Dixon. That'll be a throw.
Substitution in progress.
Goretzka. Schneider. Messi's cross. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Gerard Moreno looks to get on the end of this. And here's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Gerard Moreno. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Goretzka. Pepe. Now it's Gerard Moreno. And that could set him on his way.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Drogba! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Drogba deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Substitutions taking place.
Villarreal are making a change now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Lovely feet. He's having a go!
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Marquinhos. And it's Marquinhos. And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Your final
And
thoughts,
now,
Jim?
the moment
Well,
we've all
neither
been
side could
waiting
get over the
for.
line.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of
Hello,
a match that
everybody,
will
and
really
welcome
get
to
the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot stopping, but also a very cool head and a good organiser. What's more, he's very happy to play sweeper-keeper behind that defence, mopping up loose balls before picking a pass and get his team on the front foot again.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Vitinha gets across to intercept that. Marquinhos. So it is still 0-0. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
Joan Jordan. Alava were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, sweet feet. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And Messi! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, although that first goal is a welcome boost, they can't afford to ease off now. To do that would simply be inviting danger.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He can run onto that.
Barcelona can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Ball is over the line. Ter Stegen claims it. And if you have just joined us, still just one decent hit! And he has kept it out somehow.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Cleared away.
There will be 1 minute
Barcelona
added time.
have the chance to go the other way. Oh, played right into his path. And through to the goalkeeper. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. Some first-half thoughts?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Barcelona head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Real chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Joan Jordan. Barcelona are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Schneider has created one goal already.
The attendance for this match was
Schneider.
71,898.
And it's Messi. Goretzka! And that is wildly off target.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Van Bouten demonstrating his defensive quality there. Joan Jordan. Schneider. Oh, what a mistake! And he's searching through. Messi, and Messi! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Number 8.
So, time for changes
Number
on both
18.
sides, actually.
Coming on
Well, the manager
field,
must have thought to himself, we're just
16,
narrowly ahead, so
number
it's best to withdraw
23,
anybody showing
number
signs of
6.
fatigue.
Substitution in progress.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Joan Jordan. Now Guevara. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's the shot! He's scored! And with that goal comes comfort!
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Two added minutes has been
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Neymar, nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that will be it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Has a goal! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Vitinha. Arthur. Out to the left it goes. Arthur. And that is expertly dealt with. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Stuani. And the counter is on. That's a little off target. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He rises! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Arthur. He's got away. There's no flag. Hits one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Has a look and place it forward. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. It's Neymar! Arthur. And it's played forward. Now it's Stuani. And he's there to get it away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Oh, what a ball! Big chance! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs, and the half-time score 1-0.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
Girona are looking to go forward now. Danjuma, Blint. Still just a single goal between the sides. To Artur. Now it's Danjuma. Danjuma.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Schneider. Now it's Messi. Very nicely done. He gets big. He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Nice physical challenge. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Stuani.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Goes in for the header! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 4, Vitinha.
We have got changes
Coming
here
on the
from both
field
sides, in
is
fact.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay 1 step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He can run onto that. Shapes to shoot! And that would have won it.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Tries to get it clear.
Barcelona can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Artur, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Great ball if he can get there. Cleared without hesitation. Summerslide! And the ball's come loose here. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Schneider claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
And there they are. Please welcome our
We have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, we're on the way. And we all hope that this second meeting between these sides this season will turn out to be a good one. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Llorente, De Paul, Alvarez, Llorente, Van Bouten demonstrating his defensive quality there. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Vitinha. Picked out, hits one! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, maybe he just got a tad excitable when he knows those moments need the coolest of heads. Well, the greatest goal threat down below us, Peter, is Michael Owen.
Forever the boy wonder. Burst onto the world scene, of course, in such sensational style and left us with that unforgettable impression.
Yeah, and he'll forever be remembered for that, Peter, but his catch-me-if-you-can style of finishing and one-on-one duels with keepers, it became the norm.
Absolutely so, and I guess we're all expecting him to notch a goal or two here. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And he's there to get rid. Vitinha with the short one. And he's had a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Has a shot! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Galan. So it is still 0-0. Alvarez. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Nuno Mendes pokes it out wide. Now, what about a counter-attack? De Paul. Solot. Back into the middle. And it's Neymar. And back to the goalkeeper. Lenormand. Here's Llorente. Llorente. There will be a throw-in. The fullback is in acres of space here. And the flag has stayed down. Quick look, then plays it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Threads one in. Can he finish? Spread out to the left. And it's Neymar. Oh, strongly challenged there. Now it's Neymar.
There will be 1 minute
Mendes
added
could try
time.
cutting inside here. Barrios. And that'll be the final action of the first half. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we are back underway. Up he goes! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Pablo Barrios attempts a clearance. Neymar. Big header! Harmlessly behind. Now it's Llorente. Llorente picks it up out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. It's a goal kick. Vitinha. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise.
The attendance
That's
for
your
this
enter.
match was
He's shifting through the gears here.
71,749.
And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Dixon. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Barrios is in the top 10 when it comes to assists this season. Gallagher. And Pablo Barrios. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Marquinhos. Schneider. Now it's Messi. He could be in here. Real chance! Oh, taken with style. Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 20.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals,
Number
Peter, in
9.
this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Barrios. Coming on the field.
Gallagher touches it back.
7.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Brilliantly cut out.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Vitinha, he's picked his way through. And here's Owen! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the shot! Really well taken goal. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Barcelona could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And it's Owen. And that is that. So the perfect end to the season, the feel-good culmination around which the supporters can gather with appreciation. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I think it's always good to end the season on a higher note, Peter, and that's what I think the message was here for next season. We'll be back bigger and stronger, and I think there were sufficient positives from both sides.
Won't we? And now, lining up for Barcelona.
So hello and a warm welcome to all fans of Spanish football. It is great to have you on board again. We all remember, of course, so vividly the memories of last season. But now the slate has been wiped clean, and ahead of us, months and months of toil, sometimes torture and travail. But as ever, it will all be worth it in the end. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And so in Spain, the great game is ready to get going again.
Well, while this league has been known for a Madrid-Catalan domination, I love the fact that there are so many attractive teams with all their own identities, Peter. Can they break that domination? I'm not so sure, but they'll give it a good try as always.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. They all hope for a strong start here. Schneider. Now it's Messi. And he's gone looking for save. And the shot!
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there?
I totally agree with that. There aren't.
No goals as yet. Oh, he's in! There's the hit! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. Now the ball in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Schneider. And it's Goretzka. Vitinha. Spread it left. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. 15 minutes till half-time. Oviedo are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Half-time getting close now. Goretzka.
There will be 1 minute added time.
To Marquinhos. And it's Goretzka. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless.
Let's hope the boys can turn it up for the second.
Some first-half thoughts?
Well, Peter, apart from the lack of goals, I really don't think there's much to criticise. I think they've got to keep doing what they've been doing, and eventually they should find a way to the back of the net. Here's hoping for them.
So, for the first time this season, it's half-time. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And that's really big header! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Has a look and place it forward. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, this is intriguing.
The attendance for this match was
Quarter of an hour into the second half.
71,550.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Oh, he's been close, shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitution in progress.
And they've got rid. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Messi. And it's Sneijder. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Brilliantly cut out.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Sneijder, terrific header! And it's hoisted clear.
Substitutions taking place.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And here's Owen. He's in Vitinha! And he's managed to get rid. Referee's given a throw.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And Owen! Yes, he's done it! And that might well be that! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
Barcelona
After
can
90
now introduce
minutes
the
is
first of their substitutes.
Number 20.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very...
Can he finish? Sticks it away! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And that's that. That is a very, very tidy start. Reason for great satisfaction, great optimism ahead of what we are sure will be a very competitive season. Owen, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
So there
Well, I
it
think
is,
it's a good
everyone.
note to
Now
start
big
the
up
season
for our
from
players.
which we saw a lot of positives from an individual and team perspective. So roll on with the rest of the season. They've got impetus.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely
Hello,
here.
everybody, and welcome
Gorgeous,
to
gorgeous
today's
evening.
match.
The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. And it's Messi.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there?
I totally agree with that. There aren't.
He's looking to set free a runner. Neymar. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Owen has a go! Goal! Barcelona! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Back into the middle. No way through, so back it comes. That is a great ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Spread neatly. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Owen proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Dixon. That's really well manoeuvred.
There will be
Now
1
it's
minute
Messi.
added time.
Great skill, that's nice. Interesting ball. Schneider. He rises! He's scored! And with that goal comes comfort. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. And the whistle goes for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another
That's
show
the
of
first
strength?
half, then. A rocky start, to say the
Barcelona
least.
are heading into the
But that
break
won't shake
very
our
happy with
spirits,
how
will
it's
it?
gone so far. Here we go again. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's a throw.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done. Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Schneider, who's set up one goal so far, picked out brilliantly, shapes to shoot! And more, and more, and more! And with that, he takes home the match ball!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Barcelona are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
It's run loose, who's going to get there?
The attendance
Vitinha.
for this match was
Oh, they could break here.
71,898.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Over to the left. Oh, he's in! Van Bouten with a fine tackle. Owen looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally, they've decided to single him out.
That'll be a throw. Marquinhos. Owen. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played into space out wide.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
Both sides
Number
then taking this
7.
chance to turn
Coming
to
on
their
the
benches.
field, Number 11. Number 16. Substitution in progress.
Dixon. Barcelona are closing in on a comfortable win. And back to the goalkeeper. Goretzka. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
Oh, really well played.
He has found the way through. Decent hit!
2 added minutes have
A
been
whisker
indicated.
away from making it 4. And it's been taken short. Oh, smashing header! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss. Joan Jordan. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Owen, on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man.
Anybody interested in attending?
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and
Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. Now the finish! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this. Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace...
Can he finish? Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. No, that's overhit. Van Bouten. Marquinhos. And it's Sneijder. Owen. And here's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's played it in low. And again! And that is doing no harm at all. Still goalless at the moment. Vinicius Junior. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Sneijder. Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. And he's managed to get free. That'll be a throw. He is through here. Ceballos. Owen. Showing good feet. Vitinha. Oh, what a big chance! Goal! Barcelona!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Oh, easy pickings there. Owen delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Lucas Vazquez. Barcelona are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. And it's Messi. Now it's Owen. Owen was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Oh, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Well, nicely intercepted. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Mendes gets it away. Schneider. That has been slung wide. Barcelona are still that goal to the good. Oh, what has a go! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Number 7, Vinicius Junior.
Madrid have the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Rudiger getting this one clear. Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Dani Ceballos. He's found a way through. There's the shot! Yes, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Madrid take the lead. Real chance! And that is one way to get his defending done. Rudiger gets it away.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Barcelona are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Brahim Diaz. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Ceballos. He's shifting through the gears here. Dani Ceballos!
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Chouameni, Van Bouten kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's away! Now there's a fine ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, plenty of talking points, and many of them sadly negative. This is clearly not how it was meant to go. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games as you usually...
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So it's away we go then.
Well, Michael Owen is of course likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there?
I totally agree with that. There aren't.
Owen. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Oh, well played, lovely. Well read, nice interception. Vitinha. And it's Owen. And it's Messi. Goretzka. It's Schneider. He can run onto that. Shot a goal! You've got to be quick to recover this. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Neymar. Chance to... and the shot! Has another go! Goal! Barcelona! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Alvarez just eases him off the ball. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, this is intriguing.
Now it's Owen. Neymar, cleared away, in comes the corner. Vitinha with the short one, tries to cut back, and he thumps it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Surlot, and he's had it nicked away. De Paul. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Stood up well to him there.
Barcelona can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
De Paul, chance! Goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
Number 5, Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Javi Galan, well, played right into his path.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's an inviting ball. Messi in acres of space out wide. Barrios. Gallagher. There's the whistle for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge.
That was the first
At half-time, it's
Let's
one
hope
each.
the boys can turn it up for the second.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. It's Surlot, Pablo Barrios, Gallagher. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Vitinha. is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
After 64 minutes is number 19, Alvarez.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Griezmann to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Now it's DePaul. DePaul is flagged offside.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Alvarez. Pablo Barrios. Caught offside that time.
Substitution on the field, number 19, Alvarez. Number 22, coming on the field, number 10, Correa. Number 16, Molina.
75 minutes played. Well read, and the danger is averted.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
There they go, hunting in packs. Now it's Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barcelona must do something here, and very quickly.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
DePaul. And it's Griezmann. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's got away. Schneider. He's got... And Messi! Oh, taken with style. Dying minutes, and we're all square again.
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Goretzka. Now it's Messi. He has found a way through. And that's that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect. And Owen! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Owen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that has been cleared. Flashes it across. Tries to get it clear. Now the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Goretzka. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And he's really put himself on the line here. That has been knocked clear. Nuno Mendes ploughing through the middle. And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona gain their reward with an early goal. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Owen. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's an excellent interception.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
In with the challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently... Terrific header! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Van Bouten. Here's Vitinha. Neymar. Nuno Mendes. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Owen! Pass is just off target. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Well timed, excellent interception. Schneider. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gonzalo Villar. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's certainly onside here. He gets big! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And now the breakaway. Gonzalo Villar. Oh, well played. Nuno Mendes, given the lift of his goal.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
There's the whistle for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Barcelona are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it could have been 3.
Barcelona in control
Things
at
are looking
half-time,
good for our boys
2-0.
as they go off for their well-earned break. Let's keep this up.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. And it's hoisted clear. Van Bouten. Nuno Mendes. And it's Owen. Messi has created 1 goal already. Gonzalo Villar.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now there's a fine ball, brilliantly cut out. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Neymar. He's trying his best to keep it in play here.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Stood up well to him there. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Now it's Neymar. He's got the shot away! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And the lead is extended still further.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
A case now of complete control. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution in progress.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react. Schneider. To Marquinhos. And Dixon. Goretzka. Messi. No, that's been intercepted. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Dixon. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Now it's Owen. Owen! Just too high.
Barcelona certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 11,
So the
Messi.
manager can make a change
Number
for the
4,
first time in the game here.
Vitinha. Coming on the field, number 6, Raul. Number 22, Soboslai.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
Time added on,
has been indicated.
4 minutes. Soboslai gets across and deals with it. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. He is through here. It's Owen. And the shot! It's in! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Barcelona. And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the
Hello,
promise
everybody,
of a
and
match that
welcome
will
to
really
today's
get the
match.
juices flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Neymar. Shapes to shoot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Barcelona just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Balken was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was. And to do that, you've got to be pretty handy. And he's had a hit! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Goretzka, Vitinha, Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, well played, lovely. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He has found the way through. That's a fabulous ball. Oh, there's a probing ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Owen charging forward, the ball at his feet. And here's Messi. Owen, there's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Vitinha with the short one. Pulls it back. There's the header. Oh, not the best of headers. Suarez, and he's had it nicked away. Vitinha, Owen, and he's picked out the run.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
And now they can spring out of defence. Done delicate. Oh, smashing header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! The breakthrough strike! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, great ball! Suarez! Always going over the top. Barcelona leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And here's Owen. And Owen! Decent enough try.
Owen just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
There will be 3 minutes
Deep
added
into
time.
stoppage time. Neymar. That's a good run down the left. And he's managed to get free. Nuno Mendes. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised,
the first
hence
half.
their position.
We
They can
believe the
afford to
boys
be
can
a
turn it
little
around.
braver with the ball, I
course
think.
they will.
Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Barcelona, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action is back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Almeria trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played into space out wide. Oh, that's a key interception. Van Bouten calmly anticipates. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Very nicely done.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Vitinha! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Vitinha really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution on the field, number 9. Coming on
Almeria choosing to make the first change.
19.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes. It's a mighty effort!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Threads one in. Goretzka. He's got the shot away! They've done it! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Owen really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And yes, it's him again. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And he welcomes it in. He is through here. Hits one. Yes! And surely that settles it.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Shifted upfield. Barcelona have scored 2 quick goals here. Goretzka with the clearance. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, he couldn't quite make it.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Number 12. Coming on the field is...
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Substitutions taking place.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Schneider, Dixon, Marquinhos,
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Szoboszlai, and it's Neymar. No, that's been intercepted. Messi. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Owen taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Special in announcing today's man
How do you
of
look
the
back
match
on the game
award.
then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. The action has already started. Now it's Neymar. There's the shot! This time, surely! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Spread out to the left. Now it's Owen. And here's Messi. Oh, good. Snyder! They score!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And it's Neymar. Owen, he's gone for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cleared without hesitation. It's an early cross. Terrific header! Owen is flagged offside. Barcelona are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Amala. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Owen. And Owen! Loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vitinha goes short. Valladolid have the chance to go the other way. Van Bouten. 15 minutes till half-time. Vitinha. Now it's Messi. Owen. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Moro. Oh, important interception. Barcelona looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Forwards and with intent. Great ball, and he's in here.
There will be 3
Schneider.
minutes added time.
Messi has created 1 goal already. He's picked his way through. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's been taken short. Big chance! And the first 45 minutes are up. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just 1 goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Peter, this is
Let's
far
look
from a
forward
lost
to more
cause.
to come
Yes,
in the
they've been
second
hit
half.
once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Moro.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Has a go! And he's following up! And he's there to belt it away. Very nicely done. And he's had a hit! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
The goal scorer.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Number 28.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
Neymar. And smartly reclaimed. Decent hit! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Moro. Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, played right into his path. Shot could be on. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he was quick to react. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Can he latch on to this? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Owen! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Or maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 4, Vitinha.
We have got changes here
Coming
from
on
both
to
sides, in
replace him
fact.
is number 22, Soboslai. Substitution.
Owen under intense pressure.
Well, he continually breaks the lines and gets himself into terrific positions.
They get a throw in.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 20, Owen. Coming on the field is number 14, David Villa.
5 minutes left on the clock. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Van Bouten gets it away.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity.
David Villa!
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Messi, can he put it away? Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Barcelona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
David Villa. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He's had a shot! It's a goal! And with that goal comes comfort!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
That's the end. Barcelona can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride.